Hi, it's Sierra, and today I'm going to talk about the importance of having a role model, especially as like a underprivileged person or first generation college student. Um, just being like a person of color in general, having a role model um, definitely gives you the opportunity to like maybe seek out what you want to do and try to seek out resources pertaining to what you want to do. So I personally, I don't have a mentor right now. I'm in the process of trying to find one. I spoke to some Black women today, and I feel like that's what prompted this video. Like, I look up to my family. I look up to my grandmas. I look up to my grandmothers. I should say I look up to my mother. Um, but I don't have like somebody that I can like look up to in a career sense per se, or ask for advice or tools, resources, anything like that. So I feel like that is a situation for most first gen students, most first gen people like that just came to America and stuff like that, don't have somebody that they can just go to and just be like, hey, how do I make it here? So I feel like it's difficult for you know us as like children maybe translating for our families. um I didn't have to do that, but my mom learned English and stuff like that when she moved over here from Puerto Rico from to translate for my grandmas, and I still translate for them to this day. So I guess I can kind of speak on that, but like they don't know anything about FAFSA. They don't know anything about applying for school. They don't know anything about those deadlines, ACT, SAT. Like, is hard to navigate, I guess you could say. And I mean, they just weren't on top of me because they didn't really understand. And I guess not having somebody to steer me in the right direction sometimes made me go in the opposite direction that probably they wanted me to go into. I mean, I'm glad I made it this far in school, but I feel like having somebody to kind of like talk me into like, or talk me into the right classes or the right way to go through the classes or what jobs I should have or what way to make myself more marketable, especially as a woman of color, or the better ways to study. Just having somebody older than me maybe to just help guide me, because I feel like throughout this entire like college experience I've just been doing everything myself, and I haven't had anyone to really sit me down and be like, hey, like, are you good? Or like, hey, like, do you need some help? And I don't know if it's because I make myself look so strong or look like I'm doing, enough. But I feel like personally I'm not doing enough, or I could be doing more. And I just don't know what it is. And it's like I'm looking for all of these resources on my own. And I'm just, sometimes I'm being pointed in directions when I do ask questions or I do get a chance to speak to somebody. I recently got a job in a pharmacy, and I feel like that's like the women in the pharmacy are like the only women that I've been able to kind of expose myself to. I've talked to multiple medical residents before, but I feel like I haven't gotten any of them to open up to me. I feel like they are really competitive and just don't, want other people to have like the same edge or the same anything. But it's just extremely hard not having anyone or like an organization, especially in my school. There's no STEM programs or like STEM programs, but like STEM clubs for people of color exclusively. There's some STEM programs, what do you call like medical STEM programs? Not medical STEM, but medical programs, medical clubs, or anything like that. I don't know if any black people try like to start a club for other people in like a health careers profession, just to pull together resources from classes, um, information about professors and how they teach and stuff like that, the best learning styles or the best studying styles to learn from them. Um, I feel like it's really important just to try to leave a legacy for our younger generations so that they can succeed, because I mean, I feel like that's just the purpose of life. So because we continue to reproduce, we continue to grow in population and stuff like that. Our kind of goal in life is to reproduce. Why not try to make it easier for those to come to live? It doesn't make any sense, Our struggles can, turn into their successes, and they can continue to bless others. And that's just, how life should go. Honestly, it's gotten so capitalistic in this world. Nobody wants to help each other, and it's become like a dog eat dog world. And here we're going to become political again. That, I mean, it's hard to find real help for people. I feel like it's really important for people of color to have mentors, because it's good to have somebody to talk to. A lot of times we have peers, and they're going to, like, those are the only people that we talk to about what we're going through, because we don't feel comfortable with the people in our family, because it's a lot of judgment that comes from your own family, and I don't understand that dynamic. But I do have some family members that generally care for me and understand, what I'm going through, and, are there to listen to me and stuff like that. But it's always good to have somebody older than you to be able to, like, guide you and, be able to kind of see ahead, because they've been here on this earth for so long. They can kind of see, like, where that path would lead to before you can, because you haven't experienced it yet, or been here long enough to understand that experience, how that experience would end up. And it's just, or, using their mistakes as a way for you not to make that same mistake. It's just, I don't know, there's just a lot we could do by just opening up to each other and talking. And, the way that we withhold information from each other is just like, I don't know, it's just like a whole lot of lack of love, lack of humanity and stuff. And I want to be able to bring something of use to my school before I leave, just not only to, I guess, leave a legacy, but also start something that will help every class, and, maybe inspire others to become a part of it and continue to lead it, or to even, like, grow it, just anything that they want to do to, like, better themselves. What else do I want to say? I feel like having somebody to talk to can just, open you up to a different perspective, and I don't know. Did I waste 9 minutes? I hope I didn't. Okay. What else do I have to say? I don't know. I don't think I have anything else to say. I just feel like as more black generations enter school and enter college, I'm so proud of this. I'm so proud of seeing more black people go to school, like, figuring out ways to get free school. Like, we're gonna bridge that gap, and, we're gonna make it. Hopefully, yeah, we are. And I just, what else? I just want us to be able to help, the kids that come, our kids, our grandkids, be able to reach these positions. It's so good for us. I can't wait until I am able to go out and inspire other people to be Black doctors, Hispanic doctors, whatever, because we need more of them. We need more representation. I want more people that look like me to see people that look like me doing the things that they love to do or want to do or wish they could do but don't think they're smart enough to do, which you are. And it happens if you put your mind to it. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't have to be a traditional route. You don't have to do anything. You do it on your time, God's time, if you will, right? And everything has a purpose. Everything happens in its own time, and whatever you want, you can manifest. You just have to do it. So, in the end, mentor Black kids when you get the chance. Talk to the younger generation and spread positivity, spread love, spread, awareness of their intelligence, of their athleticism, of their strength, of their power, because they need to know it and they need to be able to embrace it.